Well, yeah, hey, thanks for joining me again. Alright, let's continue my challenge run through Fallout 4 on survival difficulty with all the extra rules of engagement listed up on the screen right now. This makes it immensely more difficult to have to rely entirely on found items, found weapons, found armor, and I can't eat any cooked food. Here we are, we found Nick. That muscles for brains ain't coming back. Yeah, so we hook up into the terminal with the Overseer's password. No purchases, no perks. Don't ask me why I'm picking up this bobblehead. It's just because I can't resist passing up a bobblehead, even though it won't do me any good whatsoever.
The question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb for an old private eye.
My son, Sean, is missing.
You got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk.
Those of you who know the story well will notice that I'm doing some fancy schmancy editing here to cut out a lot of the dialogue, because this isn't about the backstory. This is about strategy and combat. I'm assuming that you've all, played the game at least once. Here I'm looking for a bottle cap mine, but the cryo mine will do just fine rather. And I get stuck here. I want to get down to the door where the enemies are going to come through in advance, because you can lay a trap for them. And I didn't know you couldn't jump over that rail, so jump over here, rush up to the door, lay down the cryo mine. Unfortunately, Nick gets involved with this. I've never seen him do this. In all my practice runs, I never see him creep right up to the door. And just as the enemies come through the door
Dirty rats.
and blow the mine, Nick's right on top of it. There we go. Perfect timing, Nick. Ba-boom, he gets frozen. So this plan went a little sideways. I got crippled. I was really counting on Nick to provide some cover fire for the remainder, the remaining enemies there. He's still frozen a little bit.
Lights out for you. That's one way to
Alright,
get
so everybody survived. Now I'm stockpiling a lot of 10 mil ammo now. Pardon me. So it would be great if I came across some kind of modded 10 mil pistol. And I've also stockpiled a lot of 38 cal ammo. Now I just want to hotkey this frag. And I went around looting and double checked everybody, skipped over that, and let's go on. Got some addictions and penalties happening, that's okay.
What? You little rat!
Who's there? Did good.
Here, I meant to use the 10 mil, that's why I was backing up, because I was trying to swap over to the 10 mil, and I realized I didn't have enough time to do it. So I'll swap over to the 10 mil now. This will actually do me some good, give me some extra action points.
Guess it was nothing after all. Am I freaking seeing things?
Now, occasionally throughout this area I'm going to have to drop the sound because of copyrighted music playing on the radio.
The wrong scent.
Check this out. Nick is going to get... I'm trying to line up a headshot on this guy. Right when I see that, just when I line up the headshot, Nick walks in the way. I mentioned this before, I've seen this happen so many times that I'm convinced that this is not a coincidence. The game is actually scripted to have your NPC companions get in your way as you're lining up a perfect shot. And or when you're engaged in a firefight and you got things lined up right nicely. They'll just slide over in your way. You can't fool me, Bethesda. I'm onto you. Yeah. It's a conspiracy, I tells you. Okay, the sound is muted because of the radio. And turn off the radio slack. Attaboy. Okay, so we can have the sound now again.
Your funeral. All right.
Now, I just want to grab some junk food in the kitchen here. There's no cram. But just in case I get dinged up, I can eat the junk food quickly. This here, the Salisbury steaks. And the instant mash here. Don't need a whiskey because there's nothing I can do with it. Nothing I can grab there. Or rather, nothing useful.
More stairs? Who built this damn vault? A fitness instructor? Something out.
There we go. So that junk food came in handy. Nick always comes back and takes up position here, the best position. So at this point, and there's a couple of guys out there, so I'm going to use, this is the only time I use jet in this whole run, or this particular run. And I should have known that I wouldn't be able to shoot through that, you know, if you were hiding behind something like that, the enemy would shoot you no problem, because the enemy's hiding behind that. It provides perfect cover. Grab the 45 cal ammo on the submachine gun. And here is a good bed, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Sleep at least 8 hours. Get well rested. And save the game. This way, if things go sideways when I go up and meet Skinny Malone, I won't have too far to backtrack. Check this out. Psycho Addiction. They don't always list that the strength, yet your strength takes a penalty of 1. I've noticed that. Sometimes they just tell you about the damage resistance taking a penalty. So that was driving me crazy in a practice run. I kept wondering where I was losing strength. And it was because of Psycho Addiction. They do that the same with Buff Out Addiction as well. They sometimes omit to tell you that your strength is taking a penalty. Here I'm going to have to do some fancy schmancy drug taking here. I want to bump up my charisma, but the only thing I have to bump up my charisma is Day Tripper, which gives you a -2 penalty strength. So I'm going to have to compensate by taking some Buff Out. So it's a Buff Out Day Tripper combo here. And I'm also putting on my business gear, which means that I can't wear my pocketed Raider chest piece, which gives me 10 more carry weight. There we go. This will put my charisma up to 10, but my carry weight is down to 175. So I'm a little over encumbered, but that's perfect.
Okay.
Because as soon as the dialogue is over with Skinny Malone, I can slap on my pocketed Raider chest piece and we can run out of there when Skinny Malone gives us 10 seconds to clear the area. So now I'm ready to meet and win the speech checks with, what's her face there?
What are you doing? You coming to my house?
I'm going to fast track this dialogue.
You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
You're right! This is goodbye for us.
All right, you get to the count of 10. I still see your face after that. I'm gunning both of you down.
Here we go. Quickly slap on the pocketed Raider chest piece. That will bump up my carry weight rather. And now I can run. Slap on all the gear.
Better get out of here fast.
And
1.
run like hell. in a practice run, I had speech up to 8, I think, and I lost that speech check with Darla. And of course, all hell broke loose as Skinny Malone and Darla came at me, and I had no gear on, and it was hell.
Look at that Commonwealth sky. Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me, anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Your secretary, Ellie, she sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean, and how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
Here we go. Unlikely Valentine complete. And I let that dialogue play out because that's one of my favorite lines in the game when Nick says that I should give her a raise. When you tell him his secretary clued you in to finding him at Park Street Station. I love that line. Okay, so now we made it through successfully, and I don't want to blow it. So I want to run back to Park Street Station. So run north from your, like when you leave off with Nick, run north and then hang a right, and this will take you right past the Boston Common Park and back to Park Street Station. We can go back in the front door, go down the escalator, and sleep in the sleeping bag to save the game. Occasionally, this should not happen because we're on survival now, so things should take a lot longer to respawn, but occasionally a couple of enemies will respawn here. I've seen this in practice runs, so I'm just popping off a couple shots rather, to make sure the area is clear. So it is indeed clear. Let's go save the game. Next, I have a lot of 38 cal ammo. Ammo is going to be like, you know, that's the only thing I got going for me. No perks, no mods on my weapons, so it's just about ammo. Ammo and found weapons, that's what's going to get me through the game. And I have a lot of 38 cal ammo. What would be great if I could find a better pipe rifle or a better pipe pistol of any kind. And at the Boston Public Library, there's a whole bunch of super mutants who all carry pipe weaponry. There's a good chance I'll find a better pipe pistol or a better pipe rifle there. And now that I'm loaded for bear, this is a good time to take that on. Not to mention the fact that the library is full of protectrons, which will help out in the battle. So it was just a routine jaunt over to the Boston Public Library. This is just north of it, and some ghouls always creepy crawly out of these wrecked vehicles here. This time they didn't. I was kind of hoping a legendary would come out there now that I'm reloaded for bear, but it didn't happen, so that's unfortunate.
Welcome to the Boston Public Library. The library is currently closed.
Okay, so we'll just slap on our business suit to bump up our charisma so we can win the speech check to get in the library. Newsboy cap, sweater, vest, and slacks, and we've already got the black rim glasses on. This should be enough.
The library is currently closed.
It's only a yellow speech check.
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your 6-digit employee ID number.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor. Please enjoy your visit. Mind the mess. We are currently undergoing maintenance.
There we go, so we're in. There's also an intelligence bobblehead in here as well. So back goes on the combat gear. Watch out for traps as soon as you come in. There's 2 of them. The tripwire and the grenade bouquet. This will give me 3 grenades. This is great. Desperately need these. Here we go. Disarm the grenade bouquet. Get 3 grenades. Now there's already some dead super mutants as soon as you come in. they typically don't have any good pipe weaponry. It's these super mutants that invade afterwards when you go to the back of the main room. Now I just want to run down this way to the bathrooms, hit up a first aid kit
And serve.
right here. And I'd forgotten what was in the bathroom. It's just an overdue book, and I won't be collecting those because the Massachusetts surgical journals won't do me any good because I'm not using VATS. Not allowed to use VATS in this run. Okay, so now let's do some quick looting on these guys. Get their 38 cal ammo. Like I said, they rarely have good pipe weaponry, just like standard stuff. And it's back to the back of the main room here. Hit up this first aid kit. Go to this desk here, grab the key, and into the server room. Hit up another first aid kit and sleep here.
Attention.
If you're gonna do this, I would recommend sleeping in that sleeping bag right beside the desk so that you can get the game saved before all hell breaks loose with the security breach and the super mutants come pouring in. Okay, so now I just want to provide a little bit of support for the Protectrons. I want all the Protectrons to do the heavy lifting.
Attention, citizens.
But you have to provide some support, because if you don't provide any support, these super mutants will wipe out all the Protectrons and then just leave you alone with the super mutants. And being grossly underpowered as I am in this challenge run, that's see, even still I'm getting crippled. Yeah, no, that's not a desirable situation. Okay, let them do the heavy lifting. Just here for a good pipe weapon. Provide a little bit of support when I can. Okay, it's time to push forward. Shoot now, loot later. Shoot now, loot later, Slack. Attaboy. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm seeing if I can get lucky with a good pipe weapon on the way to the back. But I didn't, so I'm just gonna have to fight these guys with my crappy default weapons here. Being very careful not to hit any of the Protectrons, because they will go hostile on you if they take friendly fire. Yeah, that was risky there. Okay, so these guys are in good shape. This is great.
Has evaded pursuit. Law enforcement authorities now have primary responsibility for apprehension.
I love these guys. Okay, there's a couple more down here. This is typical.
Attention. This is now a combat zone.
I love this.
Up to and including death if you remain in the area.
You may suffer harm up to and including death if you remain in this area. I love that. It's so freaking hilarious. Okay, so I'm taking some real heat here. It's time to retreat, lick my wounds, let these guys do some cleaning up. I'm saving my antibiotics for when I get an infection. Right now I have lethargy.
Face me, you coward!
And lethargy means my action points bar
Success.
refills very slowly. got crippled again.
Normal. Law and
Yeah,
order.
even with these guys helping you out, this is a hellacious battle.
May now come and go as they please. All employees, please return to work.
Okay, so the invasion is over, and it's time to loot these guys and see if I can come up with a better pipe weapon. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to when I actually find something. And I found something back in the main hall, right here. This is an excellent weapon. This is I couldn't ask for better. So mission accomplished. A marksman's hardened automatic pipe rifle. This is fantastic. It's got some great mods on it. Long fin barrel, reflex sight compensator. All those are great for recoil. And it's an auto. Great find. So mission accomplished. Got a lot of 38 cal ammo stockpiled for that. Here I'm trying to decide between the bayoneted heavy pipe rifle and the and this find here. This hardened automatic pipe rifle wins by a country mile. So there we go. Mission accomplished. I got a new pipe rifle. And I'm a little over encumbered. I'll just take care of that. Drop a few things. Let's go back and save the game. And that's the end of this run. Coming up next, we're going to take on Hangman's Alley, looking for some better armor, and then we're going to head into Diamond City and hook up with Nick. That's it for this video. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, please subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this hot off the press. See you next video.